Hi, I'm Mrs. Wright.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're here to tell you a little bit about VCE chemistry. If science is something that you're interested in, I think you'll enjoy Units 1 to 4. Some of the topics that you'll cover include learning more about electron configuration, so how atoms interact with each other. You'll learn about molecules, so the nitty-gritties. You'll learn about organic chemistry and how to name various organic compounds. You'll also do a lot of hands-on practical activities as well. So you'll investigate acids and bases, you'll investigate other wonderful and very interesting chemical compounds. You learn a lot about analytical techniques and various forms of spectroscopy, so finding out how you know what kinds of molecules you have using scanning equipment. And you'll also learn about other various compounds. Ethan, what would you say is probably the most fun thing about chemistry?
Probably the most fun thing for me would be learning how things work in the real world, because you might just take how things work for granted, but there's actually quite a lot of chemistry involved with how things work.
Ah,
than you might
cool.
think.
And what do you think of the hands-on practical activities?
Yeah, they're really fun because you get to do the things that might happen naturally but take a lot longer or less unlikely to happen, whereas you can just do them instantaneously and here and have fun with it.
Oh, yeah, cool. And what would you say would be one of the hardest things about this unit?
Probably writing the reports if you haven't written one before. It takes definitely a bit of time to get used to, but once you got it down, it should be fine.
Okay, and do you do a lot of practical reports to get practice?
It's good to look at a few beforehand and know what subheadings you should have before you start writing one.
Ah, cool. And that brings me into what you would need to do to prepare for this unit. Do you think that you could do chemistry without any science knowledge?
It would be a little difficult because there are some terms that are used in other science subjects that do correlate with chemistry a lot, such as with biology. But yeah, mostly. To prepare, probably the best way would be to know a few key terms beforehand with some of the other science subjects, and just look at some reports and that kind of thing.
Was that something that you did to prepare for this unit?
I've done previous science subjects before, so I had a lot of prior knowledge beforehand on how to write reports and other terms relating to chemistry beforehand. But if you aren't lucky enough to do that, then probably my best suggestions would be to look at other reports and just look at other experiments or just read reports and stuff.
Cool. And that brings us to whether or not you can actually do Units 3 and 4 without having done Units 1 and 2. So it might be a little bit tricky to do Units 3 and 4 chemistry without having done Units 1 and 2. However, if you are very dedicated and if you've decided that you'd like to get into science a little bit later, it might mean that you would have to do quite a bit of reading or a little bit of work beforehand. And that's where you can contact your chemistry teacher. Excursions. So excursions are up to the class. We do like to organise various excursions for Units 1, 2 or 3, 4, and that can be arranged by your teacher and by the class. So we do have a really good relationship with Monash University, and they do run some excursions for us, as well as La Trobe University as well. That'll be something that would involve an additional cost because it would be the cost of an excursion, but you can certainly arrange that with your teacher when we get to next year. So Ethan, you said that you've done a little bit of science. What kinds of science subjects do you think would go well with chemistry? So if I'm doing chemistry for the very first time, which subjects do you think I should do with it?
You should probably definitely either do biology or psychology, because psychology helps with your report writing, because even though I haven't done it, I know that you have to write reports in it. And biology, there's quite a lot of processes that can help be explained with chemistry background towards it as well.
Great. Physics is also one of the subjects that will do that as well, so chemistry will complement physics Units 1 to 4 as well. Studying chemistry will lead to a few different careers. Some of them involve pharmacy.
You can be a dietitian, you can be a forensic scientist, so you can figure out how someone died, for example. Isn't that exciting? You can be a toxicologist, so you can work out how different types of poisons and how they work with the body. So that's fun.
Thanks for watching. I hope you choose chemistry. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy and have fun if you do choose it.